Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and our home team. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
A loss of 2 yards.
The Lions will punt this ball away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
From the gun, here's Ward. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap for Ward. He's got his tight end. That's Helm. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of
Here's 1st and 10.
Complete to Gunnar Helm. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Off play action, it's Ward. Rolling right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. Here's a first carry for their running back, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Out of the gun, Ward. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. At cut. It's Isaac to Slav. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
The Lions, 1st down. It's a gain of 6.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. He'll pick up a 1st down.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Moving the tight end right. They'll go play action with Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll look middle. He's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball into the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line because the difference in 3 points over the course.
And he will score. Has a touchdown. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So That's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Visitors 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Lions take over.
The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
16 yards. And the Lions.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
16 yards.
On play action, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 20.
On second down, here's Ward. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Left side, taken in by Kyle Manor. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and a yard. At the 45-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. On the run to the right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up fourth down. What a hit. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Kevin Winston is there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On second down, Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's a gain of 11.
First and 10.
That's good. For the Lions. First down.
Tight end going in motion here. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Tackle back at the 33-yard line.
A second down throw for Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it third and
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Detroit.
19 yards. And the Lions first down.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. Here's 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now
Putting the tight end in motion. To throw is Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. The Lions call their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Detroit Lions. First down.
On the bootleg, it's Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They face 2nd down and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Now Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. The RPO, that one is complete. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at it, engaging where the marker is, and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
Ready. At the 9-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Goff to throw. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Lions. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
That extra point is good.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready? From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. There's a short one taken in by Helm, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A run. It's Pacheco. Pass midfield to the 45. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
It's a gain
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
another first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
47-yard line.
From the gun, here's Ward. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Now 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap for Ward. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
14-yard line.
Back to throw is Ward. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
2nd and 6.
Here we go.
At the 10-yard line.
Gravity Lions. Bring it. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Pacheco. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I would only want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Potential grounding offense.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Ward. That's caught left side by Bellinger. That's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing, Ward. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys will level the score at 10 apiece. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. Low-scoring game, all time, 3rd quarter. A touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And down to the flat, and it's complete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And the Lions first down.
They hand it to Gibbs. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Williams in motion. On play action. Goff. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
That's good. For a Lions. First down.
Motion the slot man left.
It's a gain of 6.
Goff to throw on first down.
Detroit.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Cedric Gray there to bring him down. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
And the Lions first down.
Here's Gibbs. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Cedric Gray there to bring him down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
4th quarter begins on the ground. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Goff. He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point, up and good. And the Lions go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action. Ward. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
43-yard line.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Ready, go.
Off play action, it's Ward. Out to his right, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Ward. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline, so they got to have range, they got to have great instincts. And
oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that is the last thing you want to do, Greg. When you have the ball on offense in your hands and the other team gets points, it is 2 with a safety there.
And it's really a rare play in the NFL, Mike. We just don't see it very often. So anytime a defense gets the run off the field.
And he's going to take this all the way back. 80 yards for the touchdown. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, they went backwards for the safety. Fortunately, they get the ball back on the turnover, and now they start again on offense, 1st and 10. That is caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll swing that out wide, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the tries for 2. The lead remains right where it is. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. And he will get down here as he wisely avoids the contact.
A gain of 12 yards. And a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down.
Come on.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. There's a short one taken in by Helm.
And you think back to the 1st half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the 2nd half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
On play action, it's Ward. Moving to his left. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Ward. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
Gain of 14 yards. That's another.
Again, it's Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Let's go. Stretch the eagle.
To the air again. Ward. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Hiking 18. Ready.
Out of the gun, Ward. Moving outside the pocket, He'll try to run for it.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
Get it. Get it.
Here we go on fourth with Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. At the 20-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. This one complete. It's to Small. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. Now a second timeout called by the defense. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Handoff here, up the middle. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 28-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down, Detroit.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory.